start the show. Yeah. This is this is gonna be a fun one. Like to welcome you all to the Lavish Life Magazine podcast, where we fuck with nothing but the hottest. You shit me? Yeah. We got the one and only Swagg in the building today.
Hey,
Swagg, the choreographer, dancer. He does it. He's doing big things with the dancing. Let me just say that. The dancing, I must say, you're doing big things, brother. You're doing big.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You are. That's why we wanted you on the show. But it ain't about us. It's about you. Let's talk. We here.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's do some pep talk.
Hey.
So, how do you get into dancing? What's that? Talk to us about that.
Well, it actually goes way back to when I was around 4. I always was dancing around the house. My grandmother actually played the piano, and she's the person that introduced me to music. And she would sing to me, and all that stuff. My uncle was a rapper, a producer. He played the drums as well. My aunt, she sings. So music was definitely ingrained in my household. All my families are musicians or musically inclined. And then my mom had brought us to a fashion show, not a fashion show, a talent show, because my brother was in the talent show, and it was in the intermission time, and my mom is looking for me, and it's like, where's Richard? Because that's my real name. Right. And they look up to the stage, they see me on the stage singing Kirk Franklin Stomp and stomping my feet and saying stomp with my mouth. And It was in that moment my mom knew that, I was going to be some sort of a star or doing something on the stage. And she honed into my skills, and she put me in dance classes and all that. And she put me into an art school where I went to Oakland School for the Arts from 8th grade until I graduated. And then after I graduated, I knew what I wanted to do by that time, and I moved straight to LA.
Right.
And so the rest is history. And I also had the privilege of dancing for the Warriors, and gearing up for me moving to LA. Right. I've danced for the halftime show for the 49ers. Right. I've done it all in my town. I'm from Oakland, California, so we're all artists and creative people. So that's what we do.
Right.
That's
dope. So let's just jump right into it. You got the hot that's cooking everywhere. It's cooking
everywhere. I see it everywhere.
Swag, right? That's what they call it.
Mm-hmm. They call it the Swagg Bouncee with 2 G's and 2 E's.
Yeah, I love it. So, how you come up with something like this, man? Were you sitting in the house, living room? What do you do? How do you come up with it?
To be honest, it's dance in general comes from the community and the people that you're around. It's household things, things that you do at the cookout, when we just hear our favorite song and everybody gets up and we start dancing together. Right. That's kind of how this came to be. One of my friends was just clowning around. We was listening to one of our favorite artists. Mm-hmm. And we were just dancing and grooving. And he did this one groove that we were all clowning and joking with. And I had to teach a class that same week, and I was in the middle of choreographing, and it was the chorus of the part in the song. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't see anything to do at that part than to do that dance that we did. And so I incorporated it, but my own, how I like to do it versus how he likes to do it. Okay. And I just posted just that clip of the choreography. I didn't even post the whole choreography. Right. And people were like gravitating to it, like, this dance is funny, like, it's goofy, I love your face, your shoulders this, your knees that. What is this dance? What is it called? And so it just kind of like just stayed on the radar. I then posted post that same little clip, but just the dance with a friend of mine.
Right.
And once I posted with her, that kind of exploded the dance and the video. Like now I'm starting to see the video circulate everywhere. I'm starting to see people do the dance that kind of looks similar. Like I'm starting to see it now, you know, and people are starting to tag me. People are sending me the videos and DMs. People are even doing their own version of the dance and tagging me so that I can see it and comment, you know. So it's kind of taken a whole life of its own. And it's really beautiful to see because a lot of people, they have smiles on their face. It brings them joy to do. It brings them joy to be acknowledged that I seen it and I see it.
Right.
And it's just like amazing to actually just see the dance just be taken elsewhere. Like a lot of these household names like the Roger Rabbit and the Cabbage Patch and all these other dances that we know, it's like I'm creating one of those legendary dances that we have a name to, that we do. When you hear Swagg Bouncee, when you hear Roger Rabbit, you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's for me to actually play a part in, you know, these line dances or cookout dances and actually be a part of that. That's like amazing. Not only amazing, but it's like this, that's, I grew up doing line dances and grew up just like dancing with my family. So now my family gets to do a dance I created with my family, you know? So that's what it looks like for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you created this dance, it's cooking everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I know there's, from that point, did it did your career start to open up from then, from the swag?
I think that my career is just beginning, and I think that this is definitely my key to the city,
Mm-hmm.
is having my dance actually touch lives faster than I can, and just be able to connect with people a little bit quicker than I can physically. Because even though that I don't know Beyonce or Chris Brown or Rihanna, um, they've seen my dance somewhere.
Yeah,
They've seen it.
yeah.
And that's enough to keep me excited and keep me going, to keep my career elevating to the next. See, that's the video that I was just with the girl with the red. That was the video.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but it just
This one,
fuels me up, and know that like my career is only gonna go up from here. It hasn't, you know, skyrocketed,
right?
but I know that it has elevated me to a different place, and now there's eyes on me. So
Who said eyes on you? Man, you got the pretty much the whole internet,
the whole world.
the whole world, and you know
Right.
the world is pretty much the internet. Let's keep it real. Everybody on it.
Honestly, you know, it
But
is.
but I mean, you say you got eyes on you. You don't only just got eyes on you. Come on, let's keep it real. You an international celebrity choreographer. Come on,
Sensation.
come on, come on. Let's talk about the eyes that were on you. Let's talk about the moment that you were with the world famous Janet Jackson on stage. Do we got a clip of that? I think we got a clip of that. Let's see if we can get
Show them a clip. Show them a clip. They not ready. But honestly, that experience was definitely one of my favorite experiences working with. Ooh, look at it. God, jump. Ah,
Yeah.
come on now. Woo!
Yeah, I thought that
No,
was pretty cool.
honestly, it was
I thought that was pretty
definitely
cool.
one of the most legendary experiences that I've had, because she was such a nice person to work with. She didn't give you that like I'm a celebrity and you're my worker bee type of energy. She definitely gave us love and care and made us feel like her kids. She's definitely a mama bear type of person.
Mhm.
And if I have to set a standard, she's the standard of the type of artist that I would like to work with. Someone that I want to work for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say drop down and give me 10, I would definitely give you 10 because I want to work for you. You know what I'm saying? That type of love and loyalty and care.
Mhm.
And she definitely gave that type of love. Um, and you know, we rehearsed for 2 weeks, and finally getting to this point that we see here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know, I didn't know what she was going to say. I didn't know how she was going to perform. All I knew was that she was going to be right there when I was going to dance. So I just know, do not kick her. That's what I know. Do not kick this woman, or I would never work a day in my life.
Yeah.
So
That's special, man. That's really
yes, it
special.
really is special to be able to literally not only dance for her, but dance next to her. Like she's
Yeah.
looking at me dance, you know? And in the midst of me dancing, which we see right here, she said, "Get it, Swag. Get it, brother."
Mm-hmm.
She said my name. She said my name. She said my name. That's all I'm saying in my head as I'm trying. You see me have a little moment, a little slow-mo moment. That
Yeah.
was me saying, did she just say my name? I needed a second. I needed a second for that moment to ask myself, did she really just say my name? And
You
she did. And that really just took the cake for me, because as soon as I got off stage, it didn't feel real. It
yeah.
didn't feel real until one of my other homies who was dancing for someone else, who watched the performance, came up to him and was like, yo, you put on for our city, bro. You put on for our city. She said your name, bro. She said your name. And that, I got
I
goosebumps.
should
I was
know
like,
my
yo, she did say my
name.
name. That's crazy. I was really like
Yeah.
taken back. Like I couldn't believe it. But it was
So,
definitely an amazing experience from the time of the first rehearsal all the way up until the performance. She treated us nothing but like family.
that's dope. That's dope. That is definitely good to hear because she is Miss Jackson. She's an icon. She's
She
big.
is an icon for sure.
She is definitely big. We respect Miss Jackson. We love her.
We
But
love her.
talk to us about, yeah, we know it was dope. That was dope. But then you had more moments. You had more moments where you had the time to shine and do things. So let's talk about those moments.
Well, I had the amazing opportunity to dance with Nicki Minaj the year before for the Billboard Awards, and that was special because it was the first time that I got to perform on an award show for a huge artist. And so it was huge for me because um, a lot of times in the industry, they want someone who can fit a certain look. They want someone that's cookie cutter. They want all these certain things that aren't necessarily what validates you as an artist or as a dancer.
Right.
But at the same time, they have to give the artist what the artist may want or what the label may want,
Mm,
whatever those conditions are.
right.
I don't live under those conditions. So I'm always very much so thankful at the time when I get an opportunity to showcase my talents, because I don't always get that opportunity. But the opportunities that I do get are iconic, they are legendary, and they are something to behold and something to share. So, having to perform for Nicki Minaj was definitely an amazing opportunity, because I got to work with one of my close friends, Trisha Miranda.
Wow.
She's one of the choreographers who took me under her wing and uh, really definitely looked out for me. Any opportunity or any job that she could put me on,
Mm-hmm.
she always had me a part whenever she could. So I thank her for that. Um, Another opportunity that I had was dancing at Coachella. I got to dance with Childish Gambino when he headlined at Coachella in 20, I want to say 2019, um, when he headlined, and that was amazing because I never performed at Coachella, and I never performed for someone who was headlining at Coachella. So this is when they're headlining, they're actually the last performance to go
Right.
of the night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to
They gotta make a grand entrance. They gotta come.
okay, like this is the one that we all been waiting for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be a part of that camp and that production, I was very much so thankful, because he's also someone that I look up to as far as being a triple threat or just being very versatile in the industry. He's an artist, he's an actor, and he can dance. I mean, he can move a little step. He can vibe. You know, he's very much so an artist all the way around. So, and he's um, um, a visual type of person as well. He has a vision.
Okay.
So all his stuff has his content has quality to it. It's not just something that he throws together. So being part of something that actually has quality put into it and time put into it is something that I want to be a part of, because the ending product, regardless of the little tedious things, the ending product is something to be entertained, something to watch.
I agree. I definitely agree. Now, you didn't name one name though.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was one name. I don't think you named one. Pharrell. Didn't you dance with Pharrell?
I did dance with Pharrell. See, look, time just be going.
I don't know.
I did dance with
So,
Pharrell. I
wait a
had
minute,
the
hold on.
amazing opportunity to dance with NERD at Complex Con. It's when Pharrell came out with his line of army fatigue color patterns of yellow, green, blue, red. And that was amazing too, because it was actually a different type of performance. It was a live show, um, and there was cars placed on the stage, and there was like, I don't even know, 70 dancers at least on the platform, and like we were all standing on the top of the cars. We were all over the place. We were dancing from here to there and everywhere. We created like a vibe. It was amazing because we actually got to, like, even though there was dance steps, it was kind of choreographed freestyle. So we actually got to just enjoy being an artist and being a dancer ourselves, with the certain constraints and certain like guidelines that we have to follow under. So it was very much so like fun to just be free in that sense.
Right.
And that was amazing because Pharrell's a genius. So he just came and killed it. Like, he didn't really need to rehearse. He didn't need to see it. Well, I don't know if he saw it or not. I'm sure he probably got sent the video, but the day of the show, he just came, saw it once, and was like, cool, this is where I'll stand, and we'll be here. And that was it. And I got to take a picture with him, which I thought I would never get to take a picture with, because some celebrities are just so busy that they have other places to be that they don't have time.
Right.
So I was just very thankful that I got to take a picture with him, because a lot of people say we look alike. So put on a hat, I put on a hat and some glasses or something.
Yeah.
We could be
But
brothers.
you know what's so special? A lot of people, you can't really, you can't make yourself feel like, you know, they're a celebrity and you can't talk to them, right? You can't do
Yeah.
that. I mean, because you were part of the show as well. So you make the show along with the celebrity.
For sure. No doubt.
So
There's no doubt about it.
it's just like the pieces of the puzzle. You know, it's like a team. It's like
Yeah.
football, baseball,
Yeah.
all these sports, same
Yep.
stuff.
Same
I mean,
thing.
so when you are putting on a show, a concert, everybody has the pieces of the puzzle that they have.
Everyone plays a part.
Yeah. So I wouldn't look at it as, oh yeah, I'm starstruck because I'm going up to Janet, or I'm star. No, but you're a human being. I idolize you. I like, you know,
Yeah.
and I just figure I'm in my zone too, just like you. I help you.
Right. Of
That's how I
course.
look at
Because why
it.
not?
Yeah, that's how I look at it. But let's talk more about the dance comp. Well, you know what I wanted to ask you?
What
Is
you
it
want
a
to ask?
is it a different element from the stage and street dancing? Did you start from street dancing? Did you start from the school in your high school days, in the cafeteria, you know, or in the hallway, or in the
Right. Right.
staircase?
Yeah.
Come on, let's talk about it, right?
No, yeah. I definitely, I'll tell you this story, and it definitely wasn't, concretes and cardboard boxes for me,
Right.
and duct tape, but it definitely was my mom being at the bowling alley, and after I finished my homework, going up to people and asking them if they'll donate dance, if I could dance for them for $1.
Right.
And then people would be like, yes, I would love for you to dance for me for $1. And I would dance for them for 30 seconds. I would count in my head. I knew exactly how long 30 seconds was. And after that 30 seconds, I would be like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And they would give me $1. And it got to a point where I had like a whole jar like filled up with dollars and coins and change. Sometimes they would give me $5. Sometimes they would give me $1 and some more dollars. And then sometimes I would go up to people more than once and be like, do you want another show for another $1?
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know, and
Right.
that I feel like if anything, that's where I also started to like my hustle mentality. It
Mm-hmm.
started there, you know, at least asking and saying, do you want this service? And
Right.
they could say yes or no. A lot of times they said yes. That's great. Like, cause
Right.
I wanted them to say
Wasn't
yes.
prideful. You
Yeah.
you just wasn't prideful. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
But you got, let me just say this. You got the street dancers that I know. I respect the street dancers. I'm from New York.
Hey.
I'm from New York. I'm from North. Let everybody know in your town where you from. Let everybody know where you from that they do street dance. Am I right?
Yeah. I'm from Oakland, California, where the youngsters get hyphy. So we're the life of the party wherever we go. And our street style is turfing. We do a lot of turfing.
Okay.
And now that we're very much so inspired by New York in how they have the train dancers.
That's what I.
And we
Yeah.
have we
Mm-hmm.
have dancers come on our BART trains and dance as well. It's not as elite as New York, but we definitely are bringing our own Oakland flavor with our turf dance and our bone breaking,
Right.
and fusing that culture on the trains in Oakland too, since
Oh.
we're such artistic people.
Yeah. Definitely. Now, are you prideful where you won't dance? Like, since you've been on these stages, now you just, nah, I'm good. You go
Oh,
to a
I
party,
no, of course
no.
not. I still have so many more people I want to dance for and want to create the opportunity to work with. Like it, I'm definitely not done with dance, but dance is not the only thing that I want to do in the industry either.
Right. Well, since you say that, right? Let's talk to him about what you have done. Let's talk about Netflix. Let's talk
Well,
about family reunion. Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that?
we
I
can
think
talk
we
about
should get
it.
into the family
Yeah,
reunion. Talk
let's
to us
get
about
into
that.
it.
You see, we know Swag. We know you. We know
We know
that.
Swag and Swagg Bouncing and hitting the
Yes.
steps with the famous Janet Jackson. But we want to know about your acting debut.
Yes.
I can
That's
tell
what
you about
we're doing.
that.
I want to know about that. I want to know about
I
that.
got you.
I want to know about that.
So that opportunity actually was I had to audition for that role.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the opportunity to audition with Rosero McCoy and Michelle Soulchild.
Okay.
And we all came into the audition, and we had to look like high school students. So I had, a regular color shirt with some jeans.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to learn a step routine. So they taught us the step routine. And luckily for me, I grew up in a Christian church, and one of the members of the church happens to be a part of a fraternity, and he put together a step group, a Christian step team.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to step through church. So being at this audition and learning these steps was pretty easy for me because I was able to tap into that place that I used to be in at church.
Right.
And I ended up being able to get the job, which was very exciting because I had never worked on Family Reunion, and the cast is pretty sick. Loretta Devine is the grandmother, and I know that she's a lot of people's grandmothers. So it was amazing to be able to see her in person. be able to meet Tia Mowry in person as well. Um, and the rehearsal process was amazing. We pick up pretty quickly. The cast that they casted, we pick up pretty quickly, so they had no problem with throwing us the choreography really quickly and staging it to show the producers.
Right.
The producers also was super nice, super open, and also very specific on what they wanted. So even though we gave them what they wanted, they were like, "That is amazing. Is there a way that we can incorporate this? That's amazing. I think we're going more in that direction." And it was amazing because it showed how quickly the choreographer can think on his toes and how much we had to adapt to change. So it
Right.
was definitely a really amazing experience to be able to think, be quick on our toes, and like just really be with the choreographer because they're thinking about other things and they don't have time to be focused on like things that we know that we need to do as dancers, you know?
Right.
Um, and then now getting to the shoot day, this is always like the best part for me because this is when everything comes to life. This is when we're actually like, you're in character right now. So
Right.
whatever that looks like, if we're supposed to be smiling, then we're supposed to be smiling. If we're supposed to be like spectating, then we're just spectating, you know? So it for me, like I was really like auditioning for myself because this is where I want to be. So I'm trying to see what it's like. I'm trying to see what the space is like. I'm trying to see how the camera be angled. I'm trying to see everything. So even though it was just that one little 15 seconds or however long
Right.
it was really like eye opening for me to be able to see what it's like to actually be on a set like this. Um, and so that was amazing, and learning the steps and actually doing it in front of the camera and being in character like that was pretty sick, and being able to see what it looks like
Right.
on camera is also pretty sick because being there and seeing the set is different than seeing how the camera angles caught it and like how close it was. So
That's a
it
fact.
was really
That's a fact.
really amazing to see that.
That's dope. That's dope. Well, if you just tune in, I don't know what's wrong with me, but
Yeah.
this is crazy, you
It's okay, we human.
know.
That's just you being human.
Tune in. If you just tuned in, we're here with Swagg Bounce. Come on, you gotta
Yeah.
teach me how to say it, cause swag. You got
Swagg bounce. Swagg bounce. It's your self-expression. It's how you want to express it. If you want to
right,
say swag bounce, then
right,
that
right.
you can say it like that. You can say
Okay,
the swag bounce. The
right.
swag bounce. It's almost
Love
like you pop the collar.
the
Bounce.
God. I like that. I like that. I like that. If you tuned in, we're with Swagg Bounce. I guess. I guess. But we here, man. We just kicking it, man. And, we having a good time on the Pep Talk. If you just tuned in, we got We got Swagg with us. And he's running through them. He letting us know, you know, everything about what he has going on. And he's a phenomenal choreographer, celebrity choreographer, internationally known. I'm not
I like the
internationally
way that
known.
sounds.
But talk to us more. Let's talk more. Let's talk more. Let's talk more. Let's talk
Yeah.
more about the choreograph thing that you got going on. You teach, right? Don't you teach
Yeah,
as well?
I do. I
Yeah.
do teach.
Yeah, let's talk about. Matter of fact, can we talk about before you get into the teaching? Let's pay some homage. You got the RSE, right?
Yes.
Established, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Establishment, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Well, RSE stands for Rich Swag Entertainment, and it is my entertainment company, basically to showcase myself and others who are in the entertainment industry, and build. It's basically for us to build content and share content. It's promoting me as a dancer, choreographer, and actor, model. Um, and anything in that, it has to do with all of that, anything in the industry and entertainment. My family, like I said, are all entertainers, so they all have niches that they're good at,
Mhm.
and I would love to use my platform to help them build theirs,
Mhm.
and also to use my platform to help like inner city kids who want to be in the arts or who want to do something that isn't the social norm.
Mhm.
I want to be a resource for them, because I know that there's so many moms who have kids who want to dance but don't know where to take them. They
Right.
don't know what studios to take them. They don't know, okay, now that they've taken them to the studio and they've been dancing for so long, now they're in high school
Mhm.
and have to think about career paths. And they don't know that they can move to LA and get an agent, a dancing agent or an acting agent or a modeling agent to help them get jobs on the things that they want to do.
Right. Right.
And I wanted my platform to be used in that way. My mom also is a part of my platform as well. She's my manager,
Mhm.
and she I want her to tap into the mothers and the parents who are parents of artistic kids.
Right.
Um, and so I just want to be a platform and be a resource for them. So that's what RSE is really about. It's really about my career and what I'm doing, and also my way of giving back to my community.
I love it. I love it in a positive way too. Now,
Yeah.
the RSE. Now, is that separate from your celebrity uh, choreographing that you do?
Yeah, so it all goes hand in hand. Like RS Rich Swagg Entertainment is a entrepreneurial company that's starting from the ground up
Mhm.
by with association with me. Like I am Rich Swagg Entertainment,
Right.
as well as Swag the individual. So there's a brand, there's an umbrella, and I'm under the umbrella. So
Okay.
it's me, but it's also me doing my own thing as well.
Okay.
So um RSC is also more of a team effort. I build a team around me, and we create under that umbrella,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So it's there. I am RSC, but I'm also under the umbrella as well as an individual. Um, and it's basically just my business and my platform to help bring my people up
Right. Right. Right.
and share them.
I like that. I like that. I mean, we need young men like you doing positive stuff because the way the world is right now, it's upside
It's
down.
yeah, it's really upside down.
Let's talk. Let's talk about the upside down of the world. COVID has
Yeah.
stopped you from dancing.
Not at all. If I'm be honest, I look. I have these lights that have these hue bulbs in them.
Hmm.
I've turned lights on at night, and I be in my own world. Put some music on, so
Right.
it hasn't stopped me from dancing. And if anything, it has definitely boosted my hustle mentality and
Right.
allowed me to be in the creative mode to just create opportunities for myself, because we're all inside and we're
Mhm.
all making we all used to make the excuse that we don't have enough time to do this or enough time to do that, but now we have all the time in the world to do all the stuff that we said that we couldn't do,
Right.
and do it,
Hmm.
and also just like create what's the next thing for me. Like
Right.
it's always creation for me, and it's one of those things where it's like I'm creating something so big that even if I fail, I know that it's more of a it not right now. Not that it's not going to happen. It's
Yeah.
just a not right now. Failing for me is not necessarily I failed and now I can't do it anymore.
Right.
It's more so like is Donnie McClurkin when he says we fall down but we get up. Like
Yeah.
every time that I get down, I got to get back up and
That's right.
try a different way to get to the same goal.
Hmm.
So I think quarantine has definitely had me actually focus on myself, focus on my mental health,
Hmm.
focus on what it is that I like to do outside of dance, focus on what I actually like to see in life, like in my well-being, like when I get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Um figuring out a daily routine for myself, like getting dressed, because sometimes you can get lost in just being in your lounge clothes, your
Yeah.
comfortable clothes,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So doing things, normal thing, like taking time to actually do normal things,
Mm-hmm.
taking time to actually exercise my my vision, and also learn from others. I hit up a lot of my homies and asked them to teach me something,
Right.
or I learn other people's choreography off of Instagram.
Right.
I learn it and then I'll record myself doing it so I can look at myself. I just keep busy. I stay busy, but
Right.
not busy to just be doing something, but busy like actually focusing on what it is that I want to improve on
Mm-hmm.
and actually work on those things.
Now, are you on TikTok?
Kind of, I have an account. I have a
Oh,
TikTok
okay.
account.
You have a count. You have
I
a
have a
count.
couple posts up there, but I'm not even on TikTok like that,
Oh, okay.
if I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest with you.
Okay. But let me ask you this: are you tired of seeing this the bounce? Are you getting tired of like
Not at all. I
you know?
want people to do it. I want to see people do it. I actually like when people tag me.
So,
I do, because it's like it's one thing you're actually acknowledging that you know where the dance is coming from. So I it's like I respect you for at least taking the time to actually know who
mhm,
created the dance.
yeah,
And then I also appreciate it even more because you're doing the dance, you know, and then you're tagging me, you know. So I more so want to see other people's take on how they do my dance, because
mhm,
even though I do it a certain way, I like to maybe use more shoulder, or I like to use, you know, more sway.
mhm,
Seeing other people do it and choose a different way to do it shows like, oh, that's their self-expression, that's their way of like articulating how I speak, you know, and sharing it with their platform and their people who watch their stuff so that they can inspire the next people, you know. Everyone is just being inspired by everyone, regardless if they know where the source came from. They're still being inspired by seeing that video.
right.
And that's what I get when I see people like do it and they tag me. I see nothing but excitement and like people actually gravitate and like scream. Even people have put it into their pieces when they go and perform and when they go and compete and they put the dance in there. Everybody screams, everybody in the crowd screams, and it's so crazy, like, to me, to like, it's such a simple move, but like people feel it, they feel it.
Right.
And I think that that's like the most, it makes me so happy to see that, because
Right.
something like that, so that's so small, is actually not even, it's not so small, it's actually something so huge, but something like that could have an impact on a whole room of people.
That's true. Now, speak about impact. Somebody, you had like two of like the, it was it the twins or the Do It video, right?
Chloe and Halle,
Yeah, them.
they are
Yeah.
they
Oh,
are actually super dope. Their sound is amazing, and I commend them on that because they actually, their choreographers hit me up and called me asking me if they could use my dance, in their music video. But at the time, I didn't know what it was for. It was for a project. The choreographer just said it's for a project, and they were like, "Yeah, we just want to know if you would be okay if we put your dance in the music video, in the Do It video."
what you
But
say?
they didn't say that. They said project.
You said cut
And
the
so I
check.
said,
You said cut the check.
man, they said, listen, they said we can't, but we would love to have, you know. And I'm like, honestly, it's not even about the check for me.
Right.
It's about sharing this dance, and it's about, you know, them doing it, you know, them having a good time,
That
you
was
know.
that was
And on top of that, I don't know what could come out of them, but come out of this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the relationship and building the connection with people,
mhm.
and, you know, them being able to trust me than, you know, me like getting the dollar. You know what I'm saying? However, this is my life, and I do make a living off of this.
I know you.
So there are moments where there is some checks being cut.
Right.
But this opportunity in particular, it was a friend who was asking me to have it in there. So I already felt a sense of respect coming from them from jump.
Right.
And coming and finding out who it was for, I'm like, this is Beyonce's artist.
Fact.
If they're like, oh, I love that. If Beyonce's like, oh, I love that dance that y'all did. What was that? And they say, oh yeah, that was such the choreographers, whatever the choreographer's name. That was such and such. They put that in there, and then the choreographer's easily like, oh no, that was my homeboy Swagg. Like this is his dance. You want me to bring him in? I'm in front of Beyonce.
You're winning now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always about the dollar. It's not always about the dollar.
No doubt. It's not. It's not. We know it's not. But, I mean, like you said, you put the table in front of me and you put a plate, I'm going to eat.
Everybody know.
You don't want me to sit at that table without a plate, right?
Oh,
like
no.
If I sit at the table and I don't give you a plate and the food look good and you sitting there, what's going to happen? You're going to probably try to reach over and try.
I was just about to say, I'm going to just have a fork and I'm going to just go ahead and have some.
You know what I mean?
I'm going to do that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But
oh, there's nothing at all.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. So talk to us about the DaBaby, right? We got something new, dog. We got DaBaby. DaBaby. I don't know why I do that.
DaBaby.
DaBaby.
No, yeah. That was actually a friend of mine actually hit me up and was like, "Hey, DaBaby is actually having a coming up with a music video, and I was wondering if you'd be down to be a part of it." I never worked for DaBaby. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to actually work with him because his music always have a vibe, even though that he has his own little thing that he got going on, his music still kind of be going crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So I was pretty excited to be a part, and we have 1 day of rehearsal and 1 day of shoot. And when we got to the shoot, it was pretty cool. Like it was no rush. That we wasn't mistreated at all. They actually had, well, as they should, they had crafties at the table. And he was such a normal human being. Like, you know, he wasn't acting like a celebrity, you know, not necessarily that he was like talking to us or around us, but if he was around us, like it wasn't like a big deal. Like him being around us, like he may say something to us, or like we may just be doing whatever and he may say something, we'll laugh. But he definitely didn't have like this guard up with, he was definitely a normal human being, any black man who is inside of a gym and has a basketball, like he's the same. Like, so it was dope, you know, being in a room with a celebrity that doesn't give you the celebrity vibes, but he's a celebrity. So of course he's gonna be flashy in his music videos.
Right.
So he was super cool. He was amazing. And the cast of dancers that you see in this clip right here were all amazing. We were there to get a job done. We were having a good time while doing it. And look, we just having a good time. Look at all of us having a smile, and we were doing the swag bounce. You know, we was just excited. I was excited. I wasn't expecting that.
When this coming out?
It's actually out? It is out right now on his page. The only thing about it is when you see it, you may or may not see a lot of this scene. So you'll see us in the video, but just not this scene.
Right.
So
it's okay. That happens.
It is okay. No, it was fine. I'm glad that this was what it was, because we'll never forget this. I'll never forget this. And we have footage of this scene, you know, so it's okay. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I must say, like I want to say, I really commend what you're doing, man. Keep doing it, man. You got, if you have one thing to say, just one thing to say to someone who wants to be a dancer, that wants to do what you do, where do they start? How they get started?
Well, if dance is what you want to do, I would say first find you a dance studio and start taking some classes. Start taking some classes, and if this is what you like to do, get you an agent, come back and forth to LA and see what you do and do not like about it. I would say travel to New York to see if that's also an avenue that you would like to explore, and then come back and weigh out your options. It is all possible to do what it is that you want to do.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that. You summed it up. So, I must say, man, Swagg, keep bouncing.
Thank you.
Bouncing, bro. Keep
hey,
bouncing. You know what I mean? Because we're watching you, man. We're supporting you, man. And we really want to just thank you. Thank you for coming on the show and letting us know what that swag bounce was all about.
Thank you so much.
Came in the building.
Thank you.
Definitely came in the building. We had Swagg here. Dope brother. Lavish Life Magazine podcast.